Okie dokie. Once again, just moving right along with the gray. Quite a bit of gray on this one, so hopefully you're not getting super bored. And our gray bits are just about, our silver bits rather, are just about dry too, so we'll get to those in a second. Get to messing those up and dirtying those up a lot. Start on these individual neck plates. These are going to be really highlighted too. I'm just base coating them with this our base coat gray, but these neck plates are going to be super bright. They may be even a different shade of gray altogether, because this is a real good focal point of the model, these plates. I don't know how much I'm actually going to want to weather this front part. I like how this gray turned out a lot. I keep swooning over the gray, or not swooning. I keep creaming, I'll say creaming even though it's slightly not appropriate, over this gray because it looks really nice. Generally I would weather the entire model just because I'm a stickler for that. If part of the machine is going to get dirty, the rest of the machine obviously is going to get dirty. But since I like this gray so much, I don't know how much of that I'm going to be doing. Maybe just do the engine. Maybe whoever owns this, and this will sum up the entire idea, the entire thing here. So this machine was made 50 years ago. It was the only thing this rich businessman could get his hands on, and he was trying to protect himself from his, let's say, his daughter's husband, who is a rival business faction leader who wants to kill him. So he assigns his OCD butler the task of maintaining his machines, and his OCD butler one day was cleaning this warjack, didn't have time to finish it, so all the machine parts are dirty still. That is my narrative, and I am sticking with it. Hopefully the butler isn't killed horribly, because he's just a butler. There will be a struggle between the factions also. Romeo and Juliet scenario will ensue. But instead, neither of them will die. It'll be a boring ending. They'll get married or some shit. Anywho. The silver kind of turned out iffy on this sword. I'm hoping that's not how it turns out on the rest of the machine parts. Probably not, but if it does, and like I said, mistakes will happen. If it does, we'll just paint a different color. I'll just wait till I can secure my actual silver color, which I am not sure where it got off to. Not a whole lot of big deal, though. I'm getting out of frame, sorry. Right now I'm just cleaning up these areas that already have gray in them. Saw a couple of areas that I didn't quite hit. There we go. I'll just hit the front part of these neck plates, and then we'll start weathering. That's usually the really easy part, weathering. That's basically just making a mess. So it's hard to really screw that up. It is sort of making a mess in a specific fashion, though. You'll want to be careful when weathering, because certain things are going to get dirty, but certain things are not going to get dirty. Really, though, you just have to use your imagination. And stick to your narrative, of course. since the butler doesn't take care of the engine, that's what will be our focus. So, set that down and get the weathering stuff ready, which basically just consists of this really awesome black color, which I've thinned down and rethinned and rethickened about a dozen times throughout the last couple of years to get like the perfect consistency for weathering. So we get a nice big brush. This here is like a 2, and we're going to start to weather the crap out of this engine block, hopefully smoothing out these pieces much better, because right now they look a little bit iffy. And start to hit them. Oh yeah, this will smooth them out much better. So go ahead and put the black on, and then start to push it around, getting it everywhere. Because this thing is going to be messy when it's done, and I want it to be messy though. Paying careful attention, like I said, to keep stuff that you want to be weathered in the zone, as it were, and other stuff you want to try and keep clean. Just make this as nasty as I can. Moving on to the front side. Wonderful. That looks cool. Very grungy. Now I'm just gonna pop along, kind of clean up some areas, re-dirty some areas. I have a problem spot here, and we're gonna get in there and clean that up later. Problem spot for me is basically just maybe some of the base coat came off or something. That's a little bit of what happened. A little bit of the undercoat came off. So what we'll do is we'll come around there in a little bit and clean it up, and then basically re-dirty it up. There is a science behind this, I promise. So there we go. Engine block is messed up like it's supposed to be. Get it a little bit more actually. There we go. Okay. So the legs are taken care of, and the engine block is taken care of. Really get that idea, or that feel of metal and oil. And once it's dry, we'll pop along and clean it up. So we have something kind of interesting. These two kind of, I don't know what you would call them, like these big shoulder joints, these big round shoulder, let me push them into the frame. This black is kind of in the frame for some reason. These big black kind of round shoulder joints. What color do we paint those? Traditionally they're painted that gray color, that silver color rather. What we're going to do, keeping with the overall theme, I'm going to change to this highlight color, just for a little bit. So we've got this highlight color. We have our base color. We're going to mix the two together. Base color, highlight color. Mix the two together and see what we get with that. So take equal parts base to equal parts highlight. And just give that a mix in here after a drop of water or two. That will give us a good color like that. There we go. You may not be able to tell on the camera. It doesn't look quite different on the camera, but trust me, in real life, it looks much different. cap these really fast, and then we'll move right along. And this is basically the only part of the model we're going to do this color. Actually, I want it a little bit darker. I just thought of something. Maybe if I do it a little bit darker. Just tinge of black. That might have been too much. Who cares? Just a bit of black in there. Yeah, that looks cool. I want that. This is like a very dark gunmetal. That's what I'm after. That looks cool. Okay. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's what we're getting right there. It's a nice contrast. It does still look like a good iron. It looks. I think that's the best way to put it. It's like a steel or an iron color. I need a smaller brush for this. This is getting to be too strange, huh? Using too much paint at once. And of course, if you get on your base coat, super easy to clean it up. Don't have to be too worried by that, although I am trying to get this in like one coat because I did mix this color. And it might be hard to get the same color again. Actually, it will be hard, but there we go. And we'll leave this kind of this ball joint here. Let's see there. We'll leave that black, and we'll come back and do that a different color. No, you know what? No, screw it. Well, we got this gray. Yeah, that actually kind of looks nice. So we'll knock this gray color. And as we're doing this, I see that we're coming on 13 minutes. I'll try and get most of this one done, so I can cut the video here. Just about got it. Get the underside. And there we go. Okay. Kind of tap that. I think I might have bumped that by accident. Just gonna cover it back up, no problem. There, that looks great. Really great. If I can get that to focus. There we go. Cool. I can see, ooh, a big spot that I didn't get. So anyways, I'll cut this here, and I'll have the other one done by the time you get back. Thanks guys, cheers.